Hey guys, welcome to my channel called Hoops. We're going to be focused on all things basketball here. I'm going to be making more videos like this, so make sure you subscribe below. I'm going to try and get some good content out every week. Now today, we're going to be talking about someone you probably already know, Julian Newman. He's probably one of the most well-known basketball players outside the NBA. Heck, he's probably actually more well-known than most NBA players. This guy's had some serious media coverage since he was like 12 years old, and that's mainly thanks to his dad and some of the numbers he's been putting up. He's been a guest on the Ellen DeGeneres show, he's been covered by ESPN, he's been on Sports Illustrated, and now he's even got a reality TV show. The list goes on and on. He's currently sitting at around 700,000 followers plus on Instagram, so he's pretty well covered. So who is Julian Newman? He's a 5'7" point guard from Florida, and before the seasons got postponed, was playing with Prodigy Prep, which was essentially a school designed for him by his father, so they could showcase his talents around the States, pick and choose the teams, put some more talent around him, and so he get a lot of shots up like he has. He's always got a lot of shots up in his entire career. He's definitely a score first point guard. And so the question is, how good is he actually? And this is actually where it gets pretty tricky. See, you can clearly see he's got a lot of skill. He's a talented player. He's got some good technical skill, but it really goes into who he's playing against and the sort of teams he's been on and the sort of moves and shots he's allowed to take, where that's put him in his career. So let's take it back to the start and let's break it down by position. So he is a point guard. Now, he's a small point guard. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you're a small point guard, you have to be super athletic, super skillful, or you have to be super smart. And that's setting up an offense, running an offense, taking good shots, getting your teammates involved, real leadership qualities. So when looking at him, he doesn't look super athletic. When you look at true athletes, you look at Nate Robinson, who was 5'9", Isaiah Thomas, 5'8". All these players can dunk. All these players can get up, and that just shows the athleticism that you're playing with on that level. And this is obviously us comparing him against elite competition, but this is where his name comes up. Is he NBA ready? So when we're looking at Julian Newman, when we look at his athleticism, it's clear to see that he's not an elite athlete by any stretch of the imagination. Now, if you look at his smarts, he doesn't look like a typical point guard that can lead an offense, not from what I've seen. He looks like a scoring guard. He looks like a shooting guard in a point guard's body, which takes us to his stats. Now, if you look at his stats, that's huge. 32 points a game, 7.8 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Now, even at his percentages, his splits are really good. Like, if you look at the amount of shots he took and made from 3-point, that fits the modern day NBA. So there is an argument that, yeah, he fits the modern day game with his skill set. He can nail threes at 53.8%. The problem here is the competition he's playing at. This wasn't even for Prodigy Prep, which this year he hasn't dominated. This was at Downey Christian. Now, not that there was anything wrong with Downey Christian, the league they played in, but it wasn't a great standard. It was an okay standard, but you didn't have big-time D1 players there. So the shots he's getting off are against a much lower competition, hence why you've probably seen a bit of a struggle this year. Now, this is the question. If you look at players making a transition to the NBA, Lonzo Ball's a really good example with his shot. I know he's gone through a lot of shot mechanics, but in college, he shot 40% from three. Now, he's 6'5" and can get his shot off. Even he struggled going to the NBA with the longer defenders, quicker reactions, better defenses, longer three-pointers. You haven't got as much time to get your shot off. So is that a transitional skill for him? And to be honest, at 5'7", probably not. However, with that being said, he clearly has some skill. So something I want to look at is, if he did make the NBA, what would his NBA comparison be? And this is where we look at someone called Earl Boykins. Now, you might not be too familiar with Earl Boykins, depending on your age. If you're a millennial, you might know him, and if you're a baby boomer, you probably definitely will. Now, he was tiny. You're talking smaller. I think he came in at 5'5". Now, for his career, he averaged 10 points per game in the NBA. That's incredible for someone his height to have that as a career scoring average. And he played in a lot of teams. But now, if you watch him play, he's lightning quick, super skillful, and for what it's worth, he was a super smart player as well. He could run an offense. So this is someone who is an exception to the rule. It's extremely hard. You don't get many players under 6 foot. Even 6 foot players struggling in the NBA. Now, he, like I said, is an exception to the rule, but if there was someone Julian Newman should base his game on, it should be Earl Boykins, who had a fantastic college career and a fantastic NBA career. Now, for the last 2 years, I thought Julian Newman probably will go Division 1 because he is a skillful player, he can hit shots, and coaches will look at him and think they can make something out of him in maybe that backup point guard role. So, what's next? It looks like he will be going Division 1. He has got 1 scholarship offer, and the team's actually pretty good. And the team is the University of Texas San Antonio, and they were actually first in their conference last year. Now, they're not a big college program, but they're a good one. And to be honest, I think Julian Newman should be pretty happy with that result. I didn't think he'd actually go to a college this good. I thought he'd go to one of the smaller D1 schools. So I think this is the place where he could actually develop. And if you see the highlights, they've got some talent on their team. So how I think he'd fit into this team, I don't think he's going to come on and get the shots he's getting. I don't think he's going to come on and play the minutes he's getting. But I definitely think maybe 2-3 years in, he could develop, with a good coach and good teammates around him, he could develop into a threat. And if he becomes that spark plug off the bench that we've seen lots of smaller, quick point guards do before him, then I think he could probably build a pretty solid junior, senior season on the D1 scene. And after that, who knows? Personally, I don't think he has a chance of making the NBA. I hate to be negative and I hate to count players out. I think everyone's got a chance to do anything. But if I had to put money on it right now, I'd say he's not. But could he build a career in Europe? Probably. And could he maybe make a career at basketball and get paid somewhere? Probably. It all depends on him and how coachable and how much he can develop. At the end of the day, he's still only 18. So he's still got a lot of growing up to do physically, mentally, and he's still got so much to learn as a player. So I know it's easy to get down on him, but I do think he could make a career out of basketball somewhere. I'm not sure how high level that will be, but I think it could be somewhere. So guys, that's it. That's the first video wrapped up. That's Julian Newman and my thoughts on him. Don't forget to subscribe below. Please comment what you think about it. And if you've got any video ideas, then please leave them in the comments. See you later.